Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Cat Lover 92. Thanks for the suggestion, Cat Lover 92. You asked, why do cats hate cucumbers? Now, if you've ever seen a cat jump 3 feet in the air at the mere sight of a cucumber, you might have thought, what in the world is going on here? Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of why this harmless vegetable causes absolute chaos in your cat's world. Unravel the science behind why cats seem to have a personal vendetta against them, right here on Explaining Everything. Before we get into why cats have an irrational fear of cucumbers, let's talk about cats in general. Now, cats have been living among humans for thousands of years, more than 9,000 actually. In that time, they've learned a lot about survival. The ancient Egyptians had them as gods. They've hunted mice, birds, and, let's be honest, the occasional sock that mysteriously disappears. So you'd think that after thousands of years, they'd get used to, well, just about everything, right? Well, no. Cats are still suspicious creatures. They've got those intense predator instincts. They're ready to pounce at any moment, even if it's just a shadow. Now, cucumbers, though, they don't exactly scream natural enemy. But for some reason, the sight of one triggers pure terror in your average cat. It's almost as if a cucumber is some kind of hidden assassin sent from another dimension. Okay, but why do cats react this way? Well, there are a couple of theories floating around, and honestly, some of them are a little wild. Let's break them down, shall we? Theory 1. Surprise. Cats, much like humans, are hardwired to be alert to anything unexpected. Imagine this. You're minding your own business, trying to nap in your sunbeam, and suddenly a giant green cylinder appears out of nowhere, creeping up behind you. You're not going to be like, oh, look, a cucumber. How cute. No, you're going to think it's some kind of sneaky predator trying to pounce on you. Surprise equals danger, and danger means fight or flight. Except cats can't exactly fight a cucumber, so their only option is to flee. That's why they freak out and jump like they've just seen a ghost in a trench coat holding a knife. Now, some experts think it's the element of surprise that's the true villain here. See, what tends to happen in these viral videos is that someone sneaks up on their cat while it's happily munching or chilling and then places the cucumber right behind them. They turn around and boom! Suddenly, there's a cucumber in their face, like it's trying to join the conversation. Imagine you're a cat, completely unaware, minding your own business, and a vegetable that looks like a snake shows up. You'd probably assume it's an intruder, right? That's why these poor kitties just panic. In the wild, they're used to avoiding dangerous things that look like a snake or other creeping predators. Let's take a little trip back in time. Cats didn't always live in cozy homes with indoor litter boxes and fancy food. They were once wild hunters, prowling the streets of ancient civilizations. And guess what's a major threat to wild cats? Snakes. Yep, those slithering, hissy monsters that tend to show up when you least expect it. Cucumbers, with their long green bodies and ability to suddenly appear behind a cat, might trigger that ancient snake hunting instinct. Cats are instinctively cautious around anything that could be a sneaky reptile. So when they see a cucumber, their brain probably goes, "Hiss! Danger!" and they freak out. It's like an emotional reflex. Now, let's talk about something that nobody wants to admit. Are cats really afraid of cucumbers? Or are they just dramatic little divas who love making a scene for the gram? I mean, cats can be pretty theatrical. They love attention. They're like tiny, fluffy divas who know how to work a room. So maybe they see a cucumber, and instead of genuinely fearing it, they just decide to put on a show. They're like, "Oh, look at me, I'm so scared of this harmless vegetable. Watch my Oscar-worthy performance." Look, we all know how cats can go from 0 to psycho in about 2 seconds when they think something is a threat, even if it's just a stray piece of paper. So, yeah, maybe the cucumber just gets added to the long list of things that cats claim to be afraid of. So what's going on in the brain of a cat? Why do they act like cucumbers are a life or death situation? Well, let's get a little nerdy. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they're hardwired to chase, hunt, and survive in ways that involve a lot of quick decisions. This quick-trigger fight-or-flight response is a defense mechanism. So, when a cucumber pops up behind them, their brain just goes into suspicious mode, and boom! Instant panic. But, again, there's something funny about how predictable they are. It's the same way a cat might react to an oddly shaped rug or a suspiciously still curtain. The cucumber just happens to be one of those oops, gotcha moments. So, there you have it. The mystery of why cats hate cucumbers is probably a mix of surprise, instinct, and maybe just a dash of drama. Are they truly terrified of cucumbers? Maybe. Or maybe they just love to put on a show when the cameras are rolling. Either way, next time you see your cat leap 5 feet in the air after spotting a cucumber, just remember, it's not personal. It's just nature taking its course in the most hilarious way possible. And that's why cats hate cucumbers. It's all about surprise, instinct, and maybe a little bit of drama. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.